Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dark Times with the little twink, Dark Match Steve. That's me. Here at Dark Times, we get on here, we get frothy, we get zesty a little bit, okay? Don't be afraid. It's okay. I won't touch you without consent, but I will tickle your ears and your eyes. That's right. I'm a little streamer. I'm a cute little streamer, guys. Check me out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we like to dive into topics, get our dicks wet with these topics, bust our load. We edge for a little bit, but not too long to where it's ridiculous, we get our nut and then we move the fuck on. Welcome. How's it going? What's up, lovers? I had a good weekend, guys. I had a really good weekend. Tonight we're talking about, before I start talking about my personal bullshit, Hasan Piker. Guys, Hasan got banned from Twitch. If you haven't seen the clip yet, don't go look it up. We'll get to it. And then I got some other bullshit to get into. But yeah, let me get to the chat. Say hello to everybody, you guys. I had a good weekend. Went out into the woods, did some fucking shrooms again. Oh. I did some shrooms out in the woods. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't, I was expecting them to hit me a little harder, but it was okay. I was preparing to have my mind fucking blown again, but I did all right. I was good, but it was wild. It came on very subtly, and I was sitting at the fucking fire, and at one point it was just like it was fucking awesome. At one point I just kept my eyes closed with the fire in front of me, staying warm, and with my head kind of like in my hands down in my lap. And it was like I was watching fucking cartoons. It was like watching cartoons. I wish I could I don't know what kind of cartoon it would be. I'd have to like look around and really sit and think about it. But there's like, I don't know, like the fucking the spooky scary skeletons video with the ghost, and it like I might pull it up later, but I was watching this during this trip. When I had my eyes open, everything was sort of like these like shifting gears and tiles looking type of shit. And I would get like the flower of life, the circle deal all throughout my fucking vision. But when I closed my eyes, I would have like full blown like fucking cartoons just transforming, and it started with this one character that kind of looked like something from that spooky scary skeletons video, which I might pull up in a second. But and it just kept transforming. The character kind of stayed there for a while. This was a few minutes. I opened my eyes here and there, but for a few minutes it was like I was watching a fucking cartoon. It was so interesting just watching this little character, and he kept fucking transforming into other shit. It was weird as fuck. I actually thought I wasn't going to be able to get to sleep, or it might kind of keep me up, because it wasn't super super strong to where, it wasn't incredibly intense, but it was enough that I was like, man, this might distract me when I'm trying to go to sleep. This fucking cartoon just keeps going. This little guy won't fucking go away. But yeah, it was a nice fucking trip. Nice weekend camping. Busted a nizut. So, all good. Fucking Michael Earl, what's up? He was first up in here. What's up, dude? Oh, and thank you for joining up, Michael Earl. YouTube pulled down your Friday stream. Yeah, I know. It's a bitch. It's a bitch. Let me just open, by the way, I wanted to say this just in case somebody did get it twisted or whatever. I said something on Friday's show, and I know some people are going to be like, whatever, but just for what it's worth, look, fucking, I know a lot of people up in my chat very much hate Holyoke Joe. Okay, I get that. I understand why people have problems with him and stuff. I get it. Let me just say on my stream when Richard Longwood got in my stream and he said, "Oh no, Holyoke Joe is still alive." Okay, it was kind of funny, but and I forget exactly what I responded saying something like. Oh yeah, I appreciate Holyoke Joe being in here just because I need the clicks. I'm fucking struggling. My intention of saying that was to be self-deprecating because I'm on here slutting it up every night, sucking, metaphorically sucking dicks for minimal views sometimes. Okay, look, and anyway, but that's what I was pointing that out. Holyoke Joe got mad at me, and I don't want him bringing 10 accounts in here and who knows what. So I'm just putting that out there. I didn't mean it against Holyoke Joe, and if I have said that, which I think I have said that about other people being in here or something, I didn't mean it like that. I am just retarded, and but yeah, that was on my Friday stream and it got pulled down. Saying that about Holyoke Joe. But then I think my Friday stream got pulled down, guys, because I played the fucking parody song. What was it? Fetterman. I played the fucking Fetterman parody song because do you guys remember why? Because this other podcast that is doing podcasts for the Bubba Army podcast channel. Apparently, this show, which they watch Bubba's show, they know about, they keep up with Bubba's show, and they had a really cool parody idea, which was to do the song Better Man by Pearl Jam, but remake it about Fetterman. The cool part about that is that I did that already. I wonder where they got the idea. I don't know. But anyway, unfortunately, that stream got pulled from YouTube, but I do have clips, and I was going to put a little sizzle reel together about having my fucking song ripped off. So we'll see about that. Stacy G's up in here. What's up, Bob Cook? Let me get down to the bell. I know you guys have been up in here. Fucking there's my boo, Fat Pig. What's up, Fat Pig? Scott Starbird's up in here. Oh yeah, you guys no, I'm late. I had to work really fucking late in Newport Richie. Promo code lovers up in here. What's up, lover? How you doing? Blue Raptor. Me boy, the dark match, Steve, arrested. I don't know why the way this is worded, it made me want to read it in that accent. Yeah, Blue Raptor and Junior Coltrane. People, I don't know if I can actually try to sue you guys because you're actually going to other chats and saying that I got arrested for something related to kids. I don't know what the point is of doing that. I mean, you're actually ruining your own credibility. You realize that no one believes that I got arrested for touching kids. I got sent screenshots from you guys, all of Holyoke Joe's buddies, which I guess it's maybe because Holyoke Joe said he was pissed off at me. And so you guys are out just like trolling in other chat rooms. Just keep talking about me. I appreciate that. But I wish you'd just say true stuff. Anyone can go look my record up and know that I haven't been arrested in a long time. I'm due an arrest. I am. I'll give you that. But not for anything related to kids. I'm due an arrest for controlled substances or something like that, But thanks for playing. Thanks for watching the stream too, by the way. I don't you can say whatever you want in this stream. Everyone in here knows you're retarded. Jolly Holly. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Snizook Slizair. What's up, lover? I saw you saying Dark Match was arrested for Chiz Piz. Yeah. Yeah, are they the same person? Grando or not Grando Reaper, Blue Raptor and Junior Coltrane, are those the same exact people running different accounts? Uh, uh. Oh. Now look at that. I hadn't even scrolled down in the chat. I had no idea. I had no idea that people were in Joe's people are in here talking shit already. I really didn't. I was honestly coming in here going to start the show off by saying I didn't mean to I don't want anyone to get it twisted that I don't value Holyoke Joe. He has done some, regardless if we the fact that we've regardless to the fact that we've fought and he pisses people off in here and runs people off sometimes, which isn't cool. Besides all that, I would be lying if I said I didn't appreciate Joe for more than just a fucking click. Okay. He has helped me out with some things. Just different shit. We butt heads and have it out sometimes, but whatever. I don't appreciate if he's sending his people and or using these accounts himself to go spread rumors that I fucking anyway, I do something to kids. Why do you guys have kids stuff? See, this is the thing that's weird. When someone makes a false accusation like that, why do you have kids stuff on your mind? Why is that something that's like, that makes me feel like you guys are like into that or something. And so you go lay that on, you're projecting and putting it on somebody else. Like, it's not even something that's believable about me. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why not say like I got a DUI for driving stoned or something like that? I mean, something believable. Grando Reaper, welcome. You're here to defend Hasan. He was born stupid. The end. Yeah, let's see. You're lucky Steve is too broke to hire a lawyer. I think, quite honestly, you have a point there, Snizzlook Slizair. But I think the Diacos would actually help me out. I think they would actually pro bono go after Holyoke Joe's henchmen for actually spreading stuff that they know isn't true. Franklin Hawks, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. How's it going? Airplane Willie's up in here. What's up, dude? Thanks for joining us. Rainy's up in here, slinging houses. If anybody buys a house from Rainy in here, you better tell me because I want my cut. Let's get down to the bottom. Did I miss anybody? Dutch Duke is up in here. What's up, lover? Thanks for joining us. Big E's up in here. What's up, bro? What does that say? That's too small. I can't read that. Sleeper shrooms. Jolly Holly, that's a good idea, and I wouldn't mind doing that. The issue is the connection. I really had a terrible internet connection out there. And on top of it, my phone, I checked in. See, this is funny. I checked in on Stein's live stream on Friday because who was it? Somebody sent me screenshots, and it wasn't Holyoke Joe. Someone sent me screenshots of Junior Coltrane saying that I got arrested. He was putting that in Stein's stream, and I checked in on Stein's channel just to go in there and defend myself. And of course, once I get in the chat, Junior Coltrane is a big pussy and just runs off. He hides. He's probably watching me get in the chat and just fucking kept his mouth shut. But anyway, yeah, that brought my phone battery down to 1%. And then I just got off my phone for the rest of the time. I didn't get it was fucked up during my trip. There's as the trip was starting, I was definitely getting a little nervous. It always makes me super nervous when I'm starting to when the mushrooms are starting to hit. And I wanted to like get on my phone to distract myself, and my battery was like, my phone was about to die, and I didn't want it to completely die. And so it was like torture the whole time. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't even use my phone to like remind me of what civilization is like or something." It was rough. Did I see Bigfoot? No. Florida skunk apes. They're probably out there. I'm getting down to the bottom. Johnny Fradley, what's up? What's up? What's up? Promo code lover. Blue Raptor. Does Steve bro arrested? Does Steve bro arrested? You guys are actually retarded. Can't you I understand gimmicks, but guys, get a good one. Get a good one. It's not even like believable. Say that I got like felony arrested, says Scots. Who's Scots? I don't even know who you're talking about. Guys, it'd be believable if you said I got arrested because not that I do this, but it would at least be like something people could see being in my lane. As if like I got arrested for doing butt stuff in a men's public restroom, or sucking somebody off under the stall or something like that. That would be believable. But you guys are actually too stupid to get like a funny to get like an actual believable funny rumor started. I'll start it here myself, guys. If you go look up my arrest record, I got arrested because I was doing butt stuff under the stall in a public restroom, and it's gonna really bring shame to my family. Richard Longwood, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. And I appreciate you getting shit started with Holyoke Joe and his little creepy crawlers. It's because of you, Richard Longwood. Now I'm having rumors started about my arrest record because of you. Thanks for joining us. Bro, Blue Raptor, how would I even be live on a laptop? We've covered the stories. Pop Steve Gotts, the kid images, arrested felonies. You can't even speak proper English. And we've covered stories when people get arrested for that. They take your phone and your laptop and shit. I have my phone. I'm on my laptop. Like, what are you? Blue Raptor, please at least tell me you hit the like button. If you're going to be in my chat spreading falsehoods, at least hit the like button, please. Du Bois Scott's tells of arrests. Who are you talking about? Rick Scott? Hasan wants him dead, by the way. Let's get to that story. God damn it. I'm trying to get down to the fucking regardless of Jesus Christ, am I that far behind in the chat? Gruff McFluff. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm a little bit baked, sorry. English is my first language, so I'm really not good at it. Eat more. Welcome. What's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. And Gruff McFluff, I don't know if you're new here. Thanks for joining us. Please hit the subscribe. I stream 5 nights a week. I get on here. I twerk. I suck you off. I drain that thing. Andrew over on the Facebook. What's up, bro? Thanks. Thanks for joining us. How's it going? Hey, Dark Match. Steve. Andrew Capinos. What's up? What's up, guys? Ginzer's up in here. Jesus Christ, I'm way fucking far back in the chat. Are you Scott? Who are you talking about? Scott Blue Raptor. Are you talking about Scott Starbird? Scott Starbird, are you the one spreading these rumors about me in other chat rooms? Steve Pennington, what's up, Grumpy? All right, I think I'm close to the bottom. I'm at the bottom. Thank God. Tommy Smith. I've been arrested too. No bathroom stuff. Guys, if you look at my arrest record, it is shameful. I got arrested for doing butt stuff in a public restroom under the stall. Unfortunately, this is what happened is I got caught by a trans person. It was a female to male trans person came into the bathroom. They weren't even supposed to be going in there because that's not their right gender. And they came in and they went up to the men's urinal and hunched forward to piss into it with their vagina and saw me getting butt fucked under the stall in a public restroom. And I got arrested when that trans person was not even supposed to be in the restroom. Keith Yaher! Jesus Christ! Keith Yaher, thank you so much, dude. A fucking $100. Bro, thank you so much. Is that Venmo or PayPal? I think it's Venmo. That's the one that gives me the notifications, I think. Bro, thank you so fucking much, dude. I really appreciate it. You really make me feel special when I get on here, I slut it up, and sometimes I just feel like a little slut in a big sea of sluts on the internet. And then you come on here throwing cash into my tight little thong, making me feel special. Keith Yaher, thank you so much for real, bro. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Streaming ain't free, lovers. If anyone else wants to throw a few dollars my way, I really would appreciate it. It does help a lot. Fucking on, you could do that at pay, and I have court fees to pay off because I just got arrested for public butt stuff. So please, I need your help to pay for an attorney to defend me. Well, it's not I need a real attorney. So please give me some money. It's on PayPal. I'm Darkmatch, DARKMATCH, and on Venmo, I'm Darkmatch Steve, DARKMATCHSTEVE. And put in there, write a little note, say for the little slut, tip for the little slut. Yeah, please, maybe do put tip in there. I don't know if the IRS is going to even come sniffing around, but maybe I should take a page out of Bubba's book and maybe just try to affiliate. If you throw a few dollars my way, just tell them it's a tip. Hey, IRS, it's a tip. Just the tip. We're just touching tips. Just the tip. Yeah, that's what I need you to put in. If you put a little note in with the donation, just put just the tip. Yes, Scott Starbird, we're going to get to that too. Don't spoil it in my chat, Scott. Damn it, Scott. Why did I highlight it? I'm making it worse. All right, let's talk about Hasan. Yeah, guys, we're the new my new podcast for the Bubba Army, the Bubba the Love Sponge podcast channel. Episode 2 is out now. I'll click a little tease for you guys to show you that. So hopefully you go check it out. It's a good one. I did, I think it's pretty good. It's long. It's almost 2 hours though. You know me. I don't like to shut the fuck up once I get started. Okay. So Keith Yaher, thank you so much. What do you want me to do? Tweak my nipples on here? You tell me what you want. Drop your pants. All right, let's pull up this clip here. Where did I see it? I saw it on Twitter somewhere. I'm sure other people posted it. Let me see. I think it was Tim Pool. Hold on. Okay, so I don't know how to feel about this clip I don't know how I feel about this clip. Shit. Press the wrong button. All right, let me pull it up for you guys. This is Hasan Piker. Guys, we wanted to check on, I've done a few streams, talking about him where we mention him. Fucking Hasan Piker. He used to be cool with Destiny. So I was a little bit late to the game with Destiny, Vosh, Hasan. I know they all have affiliations and stuff. I wasn't a part of this circle of debate streamers fighting with each other and feuding and all that, but I know they're all affiliated. They all used to be good friends. Now fucking Destiny hates Hasan, and they all talk shit about each other and stuff. And I think Vosh and Destiny are on slightly better terms than I know Destiny hates Hasan a lot more. But you guys remember Hasan is the same guy that was ducking Sam Hyde. You guys remember we played some of Sam Hyde's stuff on here. Sam Hyde won his fight, his boxing match. And at the end, he said, I want Hasan Piker. Ever since then, Hasan has had his tail tucked between his legs, running like a little slutty bitch. Like a little fucking slut. So that's Hasan. How did he get in trouble? Well, that's the wrong, that's the wrong tab. He got in trouble for saying something about taking out Rick Scott. Let's check it out. Now, this motherfucker has been saying a lot of stupid shit. He was like supporting, this guy I joke about being pro Hamas and stuff on here. This guy is actually pro Hamas. This is a guy that actually hates Israel more than I do. And I don't hate them because they're our greatest ally, but you get what I'm saying. But this is the wrong kind of hate for Israel. This is hate for Israel with a Islamophilic lean to it.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
You would what? Say it again.
Okay. You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him the current, what is his current office? What is he? He's the Richard Lynn Scott is an American attorney, businessman, politician, Navy veteran, serving as the senior United States senator from Florida, a seat he has held since 2019. And also, I believe this past election cycle, he was literally the head of the, what was it, like the Senate committee or something, like the Republican fundraising initiatives. The reason why I'm saying if you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he, to this day, is still also known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history.
Where's Luigi Mangione when you need him? In jail, unfortunately. His sexy ass is sitting in jail when he could be out here taking care of Rick Scott. No, so I don't know what the fuck Hasan thought he was going to get out of this. Now, let me say, I did see before I went live, and I didn't know this when I was going to decided to cover this, but apparently it's just a temporary ban. This is not permanent. I'm sure Destiny is still celebrating, but this guy will, he'll probably be right back to streaming in a fucking week or something. So let's break this down, though. The wording of this is a little bit weird, and this is why I almost feel like kind of supporting him. I don't agree with what he's saying. By the way, we should not hurt these poor politicians. You're just making their security do more work, and they have it hard enough. They have private security. They don't respect gun rights. They have private security, and we don't want their security to actually have to, put in work or get injured or something like that. But I don't know. The wording of this is complicated. And so I am tempted to just be like, I mean, this is like right in the gray. This is just like dead center of the gray area, saying like, if you hated this thing, then you would do this. It's like he's not exactly telling people to do it, you know?
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Okay. You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him the current, what is his current office? What is he?
Bro, honestly, let me say, and I want to look up this Rick Scott thing because I do remember I remember some fucking drama with this bullshit. I think I remember the thing he's referring to, the fraud stuff. I think Rick Scott has been in some bullshit, but I have to say, with the context, given the context of the age we're in right now, with sexy people like Luigi Mangione just out there gunning people down, okay? Now, I do like a good reason to put someone that sexy on basically the front page of everything for a week because he's really hot. I do like that aspect, but I don't like people getting gunned down. It's really not cool. And to say this in an era, I just feel like this is a dog whistle. This is a dog whistle to, okay, is there any other really hot people who are unhinged and have back problems, and so they're just really, they've got a lot of like built up rage. Listen, hear my call, sexy killers out there. You'll get light sentences if you're hot.
He's the Richard Lynn Scott is an American attorney, businessman, politician, Navy veteran, serving as the senior United States Senator from Florida, a seat he has held since 2019. And also, I believe this past election cycle, he was literally the head of the, what was it, like the Senate committee or something, like the Republican fundraising initiatives. The reason why I'm saying if you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he to this day is still also known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history. If you
Okay, so I don't know Hasan's position on the vaccines and the vaccine rollout, but I would just love to hear him apply that same logic to Pfizer when someone points out to him that Pfizer has the largest fine in history for a pharmaceutical company for violating for lying about the effectiveness and uses for I think it was 4 different drugs they lied about. Largest fine in history for defrauding people. Basically, the pharmaceutical company telling people that you could use their drugs for off-brand purposes to treat different things, and they didn't have data to support it. So let's hear that same logic applied everywhere. Let's be fair about this. Are you ready to do that? Lefties?
you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Okay. You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida.
And this is the thing too. I don't know if he's actually trying to do a dog whistle type of thing, like encourage someone to do something fucked up. I really can't tell. It would be, I would be strongly supporting Hasan if this actually seemed like he was doing a bit or something, because I've said some crazy shit on here. Let's be real, okay? But this definitely sounds, I don't know. This sounds like he's encouraging something bad to happen, not being like, "Oh, well, you should just, take out Rick Scott if you feel so strongly about whatever, you dang Democrats," or what, I don't know.
Florida Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him the current, what is his current office? What is he? He's the Richard Lynn Scott is an American attorney, businessman, politician, Navy veteran, serving as the senior United States Senator from Florida, a seat he has held since 2019. And also, I believe this past election cycle, he was literally the head of the, what was it, like the Senate committee or something, like the Republican fundraising initiatives. The reason why I'm saying if you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he to this day is still also known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history. If you cared about Medicare.
Okay, I just looked it up. Let me screen share this page. He's definitely doing a call to action. You think this does count as that? You should do X because he did Y. Well, so okay, that's a Grando Reaper. That's a good point, but the way that he, and I don't want to play this 10 more fucking times here, but the way it's worded, okay, he says if, and it is basically a call to action, but it's like he says if you care about Medicare fraud, you should do that to Rick Scott. He's not saying you should care about Medicare fraud, and since you do, because I told you, you should you should do whatever to Rick Scott. Dude, again, I want to be more than fair when it comes to free speech type of stuff. I like to support people being able to say crazy stuff on the internet. I really do, because I partake in that and enjoy it quite a bit. But this is stretching a little bit. This is worse than I think what Ye said on Twitter. I feel like Ye tweeting in what is obviously him trolling and just saying outlandish bullshit and letting off his anti-Semitic steam. That's what it seems like to me. Is not, and in that he said the worst thing call to action that you can interpret is when he said whip your Jews. I don't think for a second, and we didn't see this, I don't think for a second that people that follow Kanye West and like his music are going to go out and bring a whip with them, number one, when they go out in public in case they see Jews so that they can whip them. I think that is stupid. If you actually expected that to happen, you're stupid, and that is implicit in people's reaction to it, their outrage at him saying that part. I know I'm giving him too much charity probably, but what he was saying in this context of talking about pharaohs and whatever the fuck, I didn't take that as a serious comment at all. This, what Hasan is saying, I feel is a little bit closer to an actual call to action, even though he said if you care about healthcare, whatever. Mawat, what's up, dude? Thanks for checking out the stream. What's up? It's hyperbole, and the fact that no one can recognize nuance anymore is so irritating. So I don't know, man. This is the thing. I feel like you have to be careful I feel like you have to be more careful than this. I wouldn't support him being outright banned for this, permanently banned from Twitch. I feel like maybe he got what he deserved a little bit, a little ban or whatever, because this is guys, this is like sloppy. I say crazy shit on here. Like I've talked about, when Trump got elected, I was like, does this mean we get to, take care of Mike Pence? We get to take out Mike Pence, and by that I mean take out to dinner to a nice, a steak, lobster, whatever he wants. But, obviously I was fucking joking. In the full context of what I was saying, I was obviously joking. I hope people know that. Okay? This is a little bit different, and Mawat, I would agree with you probably in had this happened, had Hasan said this a month or two before the healthcare CEO got taken out to dinner, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. Probably, I would say, "What do you? So what? He said this. He's being a crazy streamer, whatever." But dude, people are getting fucking, people are getting taken out to dinner. I think when you know that there's people, we actually see this happening in society, that there are people crazy enough, and in Luigi Mangioni's case, sexy enough to go out and prey on healthcare CEOs. We know this is a reality. And to word something this way, I think it's just like I don't know that I have or would ever say something this, like, I don't know, direct. I don't know, man. Let's look at this fucking PolitiFact. Let's check this out. This is PolitiFact fact checking. I don't think this has to do with Hasan. I think this was up here before. Let's check it out. Hold on. 2014. Yeah. So this done been up. This has nothing to do with Hasan bringing attention to this. Says Rick Scott oversaw the largest Medicare fraud in the nation's history. Rick Scott oversaw the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history, Florida Democrat Party says. First, Governor Rick Scott scared the bejesus out of senators with an online ad claiming that Medicare rate cuts, would lead them to lose access to their doctors, hospitals, and preventative care. Then the Florida Democratic Party fired back at Scott, issuing a press release that called Scott the ultimate Medicare thief. The Democrats were referring to Scott's prior tenure as CEO of Columbia HCA about a decade ago, when the hospital company was fined $1.7 billion with a B for Medicare fraud. Okay, Rick Scott is saying Democrats are committing Medicare robbery when, in fact, he's the ultimate Medicare thief. He lost the right to accuse Democrats of raiding Medicare when he oversaw the largest Medicare fraud in nation's history. Rick Scott's company stole money that should have gone to health care for seniors, said Florida Democratic Party spokesman Joshua Karp in the February 25th press release. Separately, we have fact-checked Scott's claim we are seeing dramatic rate cuts to Medicare that will affect people's choice of doctor, hospital, preventative care. We concluded that Scott had failed to say that the rate cut only applies to Medicare Advantage and thus only affects a fraction of all Medicare beneficiaries. So they're saying they fact-checked Scott's claim and as being mostly false, something like that. Yeah, mostly false down here. Also, it could be several months before we know the actual impact of the cut, which could vary county to county. We rate his claim mostly false. Here, we'll fact check the Democrat counterattack that Scott oversaw the largest fraud in nation's history. Scott's tenure. Okay. During Scott's 2010 race for governor, PolitiFact fact checked multiple claims related to his tenure at Columbia HCA. Now, we'll recap some of our earlier discussions of the investigation and fine. Scott started what was First Columbia in 1987, purchasing 2 El Paso, Texas hospitals. Over the next decade, he would add hundreds of hospitals, surgery centers, and home health locations. In 1994, Scott's Columbia purchased Tennessee headquarters HCA and its 100 hospitals and merged the companies. Yeah, so, okay, they purchased, all right. In 97, federal agents went public with an investigation into the company, first seizing records from 4 El Paso area hospitals and then expanded across the country. Jesus. The investigation focused on whether Columbia HCA had committed healthcare and Medicare fraud. Scott resigned as CEO in 97, less than 4 months after the inquiry became public. Company executives said, they said, had Scott remained CEO, the entire chain could have been in jeopardy. During his 2010 race, the Miami Herald reported that Scott had said he would have immediately stopped his company from committing fraud if only someone told me something was wrong. But there were such warnings in the company's annual public reports to stockholders, which Scott had to sign as president and CEO. Scott, so he knew. Scott wanted to fight the accusations, but the corporate board of the publicly traded company wanted to settle. In December of 2020 or 2000, the U.S. Justice Department announced that Columbia HCA agreed to pay $84 million in criminal fines, civil damages, and penalties. Oh God, I got hiccups. Among the revelations from the 2000 settlement, so let's look at these revelations here. A company attached false diagnosis codes to patients' records to increase reimbursements to the hospital. Nice. I bet that made a little bit of money for you. The company illegally claimed non-reimbursable marketing and advertising costs as community education. Fuck. That's filth. That is filthy. Columbia billed the government for home health care visits for patients who did not qualify to receive them. Now, he's just trying to help the community with that one, I think. The government settled a second series of similar claims with Columbia HCA in 2002 for an additional $881 million. The total for the two fines was $1.7 billion. On Scott's 2010 campaign website, he admitted to the $1.7 billion fine, though the link is no longer on the site. Well, ain't that a bitch? The fine clearly set a record, though the Justice Department and media reports at the same time were not always consistent in their terminology, sometimes describing it as the largest government fraud settlement in U.S. history, other times calling it largest healthcare fraud case in U.S. history. Really splitting hairs. A Justice Department spokeswoman said that officials refer to Columbia HCA as largest healthcare fraud rather than more narrow term Medicare fraud because it involved defrauding other government programs such as Medicaid rather than Medicare exclusively. Ouch. The Justice Department described in detail the various ways the company defrauded Medicare and other government health programs here. We don't have to read that. Here's a key point, though. While the Columbia HCA settlement was a record at the time for healthcare fraud, it has since been surpassed. In cases related to the improper promotion of certain drugs, Johnson & Johnson agreed to a $2.2 billion settlement in 2013. Uh-oh, here we go. Pfizer settled for $2.3 billion in 2009. And GlaxoSmithKline settled for $3 billion in 2012. Guys, look at that shit. There's the Pfizer deal that I was just talking about. You guys can't even see this. I've been reading it for you anyway. Okay, Tina, what's up? Bub Army Mom, what's up in the chat? Thanks for joining us. Did I miss anybody else? Blummels is up in here. He is that who? Mangione? He is that sexy. If you don't like Luigi Mangione, I was going to say unsubscribe, but please don't. I need you. I need all of you. I can convince you. Just give me time. All right, where were we with this? So they mentioned the Pfizer deal. HCA was the record healthcare fraud at the time. It's now Glaxo. Justice Department spokeswoman Linda Mansour told PolitiFact in an email. That said, these cases were a little different. While the Justice Department's case against Columbia HCA repeatedly mentions overbilling and defrauding Medicare and Medicaid, specifically, the three newer cases focused on the marketing of drugs with Medicare, Medicaid, and other federal programs caught up in the impropriety, rather than being the specific targets of the fraud. Because the Justice Department press releases explaining the settlements don't explicitly break down how much of the misconduct in those more recent cases defrauded Medicare explicitly, it's difficult to make comparisons. The Pfizer case includes violations relating to misbranding and kickbacks. Here we go. I can't believe they're actually breaking some of this down. So there may be distinction to be made for that reason when thinking about whether it all should be classified under the very special very general category of Medicare fraud, said what's her nuts, who practices healthcare law at the firm Pillsbury, Winthrop, Shaw, Pittman. They also make cookies. The Columbia HCA case still is the largest fraud settlement for a hospital corporation in U.S. history, since all the others involved pharmaceutical firms, added Zach Buck, a healthcare law professor at Mercer. So I guess the quote by the Florida Democratic Party is a little loose, little loosey-goosey. They didn't. Scott didn't respond to inquiry for fact check. However, 2010, Scott told Tampa Bay Times, "There's no question that mistakes were made, and as CEO, I have to accept responsibility for those mistakes. I was focused on lowering costs and making the hospitals more efficient. I could have done more internal and external controls. I learned hard lessons, and I've taken that lesson, and it's helped me become a better business person and a better leader." So it was a learning experience for him. Good for him. Good for him. He learned on our dime. The Florida Democratic Party said Scott oversaw the largest Medicare fraud in history. This Columbia HCA settlement has since been surpassed in dollar value, though the bigger cases involve Medicare somewhat less directly. Because the Democratic Party have been a bit more specific, they could have been a bit more specific in its wording by saying that Scott oversaw the largest Medicare fraud at the time. We rate the claim mostly true. So, yeah. How about that shit? Thieving bastard. Maybe he does deserve to get. I'm just kidding. Where are we going from here? Yeah, guys, I had a good mushroom trip. I really did. It was nice. The visuals were cool. I was fucking watching cartoons. It was so weird. This little cartoon guy just shape-shifting. Let me see. Big E. Bro, thank you for the repost. I saw that. I appreciate it, dude. What else was I going to bring up here? All right, here, let's look at this fucking, let's look at this video with Ian Carroll. This is that same guy. I brought him up before with speaking about the Epstein files, and he broke down a little bit. Let's check out his video. This video is only like 8 minutes. I'm bringing it up here. I had the wrong tab on again. Almost screen shared the wrong thing. Almost screen shared my lolly pics, guys. Careful. You got to be careful when you're streaming. Florida Phil, what's up, bro? I was just thinking about you earlier today. I was like, I haven't seen Florida Phil in my chat, but I see he likes my streams. So I guess you're watching them later. What's up, dude? How's it going? All right, let's take a look at this because he breaks down some of this. You guys remember we played the Dan Bongino thing? Thanks, Florida Phil. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys. I see people hitting the like on the Facebook. I really appreciate it. Please, wherever you're watching, hit the fucking like button. I need the help. I really do. These algorithms fucking hate me. Bill Gates fucking hates me. Can't stand me. All right. Yeah, guys, remember Dan Bongino? He's like, I have sources telling me that for sure the Epstein case is a blackmail operation for some Middle Eastern country, guys. I don't know which one it is, okay? I have no idea, but it's for some Middle Eastern country. Now, we know it's not Israel because they're our greatest ally, and regardless of the fact that fucking Jizz Face Maxwell's dad was Mossad, that we know all that, but it's probably completely unrelated. Okay, we don't know what Middle Eastern country is running this Epstein blackmail operation. We don't know which one it is, guys.
The Epstein files. Pam Bondi.
All right, let's go from the beginning. Let me grab I need a nicotine toothpick. I'm fucking dying here. All right, I'm back.
I don't know why no one's saying it, but we don't actually need the Epstein files. Pam Bondi has thoroughly disgraced herself by promising a whole bunch of shit and after weeks not delivering on any of it. Somehow she was dumb enough to think that 200 pages was like all the Epstein documents. Like, girl, have you ever been on the internet? I'll show you where the Epstein files are. See, look, Julie gave you the link right there, vault.f.
Okay, so I think she knew that there were more files. She said that she was waiting on them and that it should have been, 3 days ago? She said the rest of them better be on her desk or else fucking nothing.
FBI.gov. There's like 10,000 pages. There's blackouts all over them. Click on that link. It'll bring you here. See, brings you here. There's all these different parts. When you go to them, look, 104 pages in this one. The first ones are always these indexes. And then everywhere where you see a rectangle, that's a blacked out redaction that we could have unredacted. Look, a whole page of redactions.
No, but see, this is the funny thing about him pointing this out is this is what we got. This is what is already out there, and this is what we got with the phase 1 of the Epstein files. A bunch of fucking redacted pages and nothing new. This is literally the same thing. It's been on the internet.
That's crazy. Look, Rodriguez was employed as a chauffeur, butler, house manager for blank at blank. Wonder what that says. Residence blank. Rodriguez worked for blank for approximately 6 months. Rodriguez stated that blank. That would probably be pretty useful if that was unredacted. According to Rodriguez, redacted. Look, Pam, a page that you could release. And there's all kinds of pages just like this. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages of documents like this already in the FBI vault online. There's handwritten notes from victim interviews like this. Jeffrey Epstein purchased tickets to blank for holiday break Xmas. Wonder what that means. Who picked her up? Man, this would sure be useful to have unredacted. Someone felt uncomfortable, went home to blank. Jeffrey Epstein said blank and blank. Thought that meant he would pay. For what? Talked to blank and blank, number from blank. Geez, this page seems to be clearly discussing more plans to travel with them, probably to the island. And all of that is from an interview conducted by SA, meaning Special Agent blank. And its subject was biographical file on blank. Who knows who it was? Gosh, sure would be you.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me back this part up. Sorry, guys.
He would pay. For what? Talked to blank and blank, number from blank. Geez, this page seems to be clearly discussing more plans to travel with them, probably to the island. And all of that is from an interview conducted by SA, meaning Special Agent blank. And its subject was biographical file on blank. Who knows who it was? Gosh, sure would be useful. I mean, you could still even protect the victim's identity and just fill in some of the gaps. If the DOJ was at all serious about doing anything about this, there are infinite leads that they could currently be chasing down to actually bring people to justice. People that are still alive and still engaging in these activities, because these activities are still being engaged. And you know what? You don't even need to go to the FBI files to start bringing down the big fish. I got one for you right here. Meet Leslie Wexner, the bankroll behind the entire Epstein operation. Homeboy is the CEO of 3 different prominent companies that have been operating sex trafficking rings that have now been exposed. But just so we're clear, he is still scot-free, living in Ohio, doing old mob boss shit on his 336-acre super mega mansion. It's worth $47 million. He's doing great. That's $47 million of human trafficking money. And in case you've never read...
If anyone deserves to be taken out to dinner, it's this fucking guy. I got hiccups. God damn it. Oh. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. I'm going to drink some vinegar. Hold on. Oh. Oh, God. Are you guys still here? Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's insane, Scott. This video's nuts.
Read One Nation Under Blackmail, let me give you a little bit of details about Leslie Wexner from this book by Whitney Webb. Seriously, Pam Bondi could just read this book and she could bring down like 10 human traffickers tomorrow. In 1990, as previously mentioned, Epstein had become head of the Wexner Investment Company and Wexner's top money manager, ousting his predecessor, Harold Levin. A year later, in July 1991, Wexner had handed near complete control of his affairs over to Epstein and a far-reaching power of attorney document. This is big. The document, among other powers, gave Epstein the ability to ask, demand, sue for, recover, collect, and receive all sums of money on Wexner's behalf, as well as take over, buy, sell, or transfer property, tangible or intangible. That's insane. That means that Jeffrey Epstein could buy and sell Leslie Wexner's companies at will. He could manage all of his money and assets at will. And this power of attorney is significant because it means that Epstein could engage in these activities without Wexner's knowledge following the signing of this document. Thus, after this point and up until the 2000s, it is hard to know what decisions of Wexner's may have been made solely by Epstein. And that's the strategy piece, is Wexner uses this as a shield to say that he had nothing to do with it. He got fooled by Epstein. It's probably just a coincidence that Leslie Wexner's other giant fashion brand, Abercrombie & Fitch, was also running a sex trafficking ring targeting boys. This just broke this year when the CEO got arrested and charged. Just couldn't help this tidbit. Under the leadership of CEO Mike Jeffries, Abercrombie & Fitch underwent a meteoric rise, focusing on teen fashion and specifically the good-looking, cool kid.
Ew. I don't like how that's worded. Oh, yeah, we want to get the good-looking, cool kids, the sexy kids. That's what we want here at Abercrombie. We got to get those sexy kids wearing our clothes. Yeah, they'll look real sexy for us. Make our brand look sexy.
As in all the little boys that Mike liked to fuck. So in 1988, Leslie Wexner's company, The Limited, bought Abercrombie & Fitch, which is also Hollister. And then he immediately put in Mike Jeffries as CEO. Mike Jeffries was Leslie's guy. I'm sure that is just a coincidence. Oh yeah, and then the company launched a children's product line, Abercrombie Kids. Hooray! And now when you search for this information, it's come out that Mike Jeffries is going to take dementia as his excuse. He's had dementia all this time that he was raping boys.
Me too. That's why I got busted getting butt fucked under a stall in a public bathroom. I have dementia, guys. I am a victim.
We should probably just let him off scot-free. I'm sure Leslie Wexner had dementia for the 30 plus years that he was bankrolling all of these gigantic human trafficking, sex scandal, blackmail rings. Not to mention when he founded the Wexner Heritage Foundation, the Wexner Foundation, all these foundations that are specifically about empowering Israel and advocating for Israel's international interests. Oh, what's up, Gigi? That's not to mention when he founded the Mega Group, which by all indications was a group, a conglomerate of very powerful, specifically Jewish billionaires that was devoted to somewhat below board operations to promote Israel? Espionage. Back to a few more gems from Whitney Webb. Former Israeli intelligence official Ari Ben-Menashe, so he's an ex-Mossad spy, alleged that Epstein's sexual blackmail operation was created at Israel's behest specifically to blackmail President Bill Clinton. Ben-Menashe specifically said the following. This is the quote up there.
Of course, that's why fucking Bill Clinton wrote it the most. 27 times they said.
But this part that Whitney added is more concise. As previously mentioned in Chapter 6, Israel had allegedly been behind the effort to blackmail President Carter through his brother Billy Carter. It is also worth noting that Epstein's blackmail operation is believed to have been set up in 1991, the same year the mega group was created by Epstein's closest associate, Leslie Wexner. Also, right when Epstein started managing all of his money. Also, right when they bought up Abercrombie and Fitch and started a trafficking ring in Abercrombie and Fitch as well. And oh my God, it's just a conspiracy. These are just made up opinions by Whitney Webb. She's just a conspiracy theorist. Like, you don't even have any evidence. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, but these are the sources cited for just that single chapter about Leslie Wexner's philanthropy.
God damn.
That's one chapter. All of those are sources that you can check yourself. So Pam Bondi, it's really cute that you're doing all these media appearances and pretending to care and pretending to be transparent with the American public, but we see through it. And if you were really here to bring criminals to justice, to stop human trafficking, to save the kids that are being trafficked by the tens, hundreds of thousands to this day in America, you have endless places to start. And you could start by just going off of any of the publicly available information about all of Jeffrey Epstein's many co-conspirators and just going and poking around, maybe do an interview, maybe ask a few questions. But something tells me that if the Epstein files implicate Israel, which they do, we're probably not gonna get them from Pam. It's a little awkward out here right now.
Bro. There was some part back here I wanted to... Hold on.
Specifically to blackmail President Bill Clinton. Ben-Menashe through his brother Billy Carter. It is also set up Abercrombie and Fitch and started a trafficking ring in Abercrombie and Fitch as well. And oh my God, it's just a conspiracy. These are just made up opinions by Whitney.
Hold on. Bro, what the fuck? Like, somehow I missed this one. Maybe I did see a headline because some of this, I know the Victoria's Secret thing sounds familiar. Abercrombie and Finch? What the fuck? I'm just doing a little digging for a second. Department of Justice. Jesus fuck. Former CEO of Abercrombie and Finch and two other individuals charged with sex trafficking and interstate prostitution. And it was boys? Hold on, guys. I gotta let me hit this bowl one more time and then we'll read this. I'll read it. Fuck. There's barely one more hit left in this fucking crack pipe. Fuck. What are we doing? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. Hold on. Please like and subscribe. Okay. Defendants allegedly arranged for dozens of men to travel to New York and hotels around the world for sex events. Send me Luigi Mangione and I'll keep my mouth shut. A 16-count indictment was unsealed today in federal court in Central Islip. What the fuck? What is that? A whole what is that? A whole country owned by Apple? Islip, charging former Abercrombie and Finch company Abercrombie chief executive officer Michael Jeffries, along with Matthew Smith and James Jacobs, with trafficking and engaging in interstate prostitution. The indictment alleges that between December of 2008 and March of 2015, Jeffries, Smith, and Jacobs used a combination of force, fraud, and coercion to traffic men while operating a prostitution enterprise. All three defendants were arrested this morning. Jeffries and Smith are scheduled to make their initial appearances this afternoon in federal court in the Southern District of Florida, and Jacobson is scheduled to make his initial appearance this afternoon in federal court in St. Paul, Minnesota. They will be arraigned in the Eastern District of New York at a later date. These people arrested the charges. As alleged in the indictment, former CEO of Abercrombie, Michael Jeffries, his partner, Matthew Smith, and their recruiter, James Jacob, used their money influence to prey on vulnerable men for their own sexual gratification, stated United States Attorney Peace. Today's arrest shows that my office and our law enforcement partners will not rest until anyone who engages in sex trafficking or interstate prostitution, regardless of their wealth or power, is brought to justice. Expressed his thanks to all these officers, departments, whatever. Today's indictment highlights the alleged abhorrent behavior of Michael Jeffries, Matthew Smith, and James Jacobson. The defendants allegedly preyed on the hopes and dreams of their victims by exploiting, abusing, and silencing them to fulfill their own desires with insidious, secret intentions. This case is yet another example of individuals using their wealth, power, or reputation to manipulate, control others for their personal gratification. The FBI and our partners won't allow these criminal acts to go unchecked. We remain committed to investigating and bringing these cases forward. Sex trafficking remains a pressing issue nationwide. New York City is no exception. That's the commissioner through our continued partnership with FBI US. Okay. NYPD able to enhance investigations, close collaborations, abhorrent crimes. Okay, let's see what it alleges. They operated a sex trafficking ring. They keep repeating the same shit. Jesus Christ, this is redundant. Look at this. I'm going to read this just to show how redundant this shit is. As set forth in the indictment, from approximately 2008 to 2015, Jeffrey Smith, Jacobs, together, others operated internal sex trafficking, prostitution enterprise. Jeffrey Smith not only relied on financial resources and Jeffrey's powers as CEO of Abercrombie, but numerous others, including Jacobs, a network of employees, contract security. This is like the same fucking thing, which was dedicated to fulfilling their sexual desires. This is the same thing you've said 5 times. What the fuck? Who typed this? As further alleged in the indictment, Jeffrey Smith paid for dozens of men to travel within the United States and internationally to various locations, including the Hamptons of Long Island, New York City, and hotels in England, France, Italy, Morocco, and St. Bartholomew, for the purpose of engaging in commercial sex acts with Jeffrey Smith and others. The sex events, in quotation marks. Jacobson allegedly traveled throughout the United States and internationally to recruit and interview men for the sex events. During tryouts, in quotation marks, of potential candidates, Jacobson typically required that the candidate first engage in commercial sex acts with him. That is disgusting. You got to know, if these guys are going through all this to force someone to do adult things to them, they aren't attractive. I don't know. I don't even want to Google what these people look like. I'm just imagining Harvey Weinstein and people that look like him. The indictment alleges Jeffrey Smith Jacobson used coercion, fraudulent, deceptive tactics in connection with their sex trafficking and prostitution venture. For example, among other things, Jeffrey Jacobs Smith and others acting in their direction employed a referral system and interview process that did not inform men of the details of CISX events before they attended, including the full extent and nature of the CISexual activity that would be required of the men at the events. So they tell these guys like, "Oh, we have like a kinky party. We just want you to show up and look hot. Make sure you have six-pack abs and you're wearing a pair of Abercrombie jeans, and and you'll make people horny, and that's why we want you there. So just show up." And then they show up and they're forced to jerk someone off or something. Cause men to believe that attending the events could yield modeling opportunities with Abercrombie and otherwise benefit their careers. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Cause men to believe that not complying with requests for certain acts during the events would harm their careers. Of course. Required men to relinquish their personal items, including clothing, wallets, cell phones, and store them in an inaccessible location during the naughty events. They required men to sign non-disclosure agreements. On more than one occasion, when men did not or could not consent, Jeffries and Smith violated the bodily integrity of men by subjecting them or continuing to subject them to invasive, cisexual, and violent contact by body parts and other objects. Jesus Christ. It's like, tell us, what were they shoving in their butts? Okay. On more than one occasion, Jeffries and Smith directed others to inject or personally injected men with an erection-inducing substance. What the fuck? For the purposes of causing the men to engage in naughty acts with men. Oh, sorry. The men were incapable or unwilling to engage in. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What in the ditty is going on? This is crazy. Who knew? Who knew how crazy this was? One of them, as young as 19 years old, were financially vulnerable and aspired to become models by the fashion industry. God damn. These people are like broke and they just show up looking cute. And these guys are like, "Oh yeah, I'll pay for whatever you need. Just go to this ditty party with me." Yeah. Oh yeah, you're real cute. Oh, you're broke? That's great. If convicted of the charges, defendants face maximum sentences of life. Holy fuck, life in prison and mandatory minimum sentences of 15 years. If convicted of the prostitution charges, defendants face a maximum sentence of 20 years. Holy shit. And these are Epstein's buddies. Bro. That's fucking crazy. Let me look. What were the other ones he said? What were the other ones? Oh, Hollister. Yeah, Victoria's Secret or Hollister. That's the other one I didn't remember. Rainy, you are cute, and what the fuck? That is funny though. Look, let me say, I was a late bloomer. I look kind of cute now. Like I do all right. I know I'm not ugly, but I was not a cute kid. I can understand why I didn't get preyed upon by anyone. I was not a cute kid. I can fool people into thinking I'm kind of cute when I have like a couple abs showing, my shirt off. That's when that's when I get noticed. When I have my shirt off, you can see the abs a little bit. Then you're like, oh wait, I guess Steve probably does do some fucking, doesn't he? Look at him. Otherwise, you're just like, and when I was a kid, I was not cute. And I knew it too. It was depressing. Um, where are we at? Oh yeah, let me look up. I'll X that one out. Oh, well, okay, hold on. So when I look this up, it's showing me when I look for Hollister, it's showing me the same shit for Abercrombie and Finch. So that's right. They said they bought the other one, right? They merged to the let's um huh. Let me screen share this. We'll just take a quick look at it. I don't want to be on past like 10:15. I'll show you guys a quick peek at the new podcast right after this, and then we'll get out of here. Oh fuck me. New York Times. Oh, there's a Hulu documentary about this. Angels and Demons. Has anyone watched this? Anybody in the chat? Has anybody watched this? The Angels and Demons documentary thing about Victoria's Secret? Fuck off. Dear God. Okay. I'll read a little bit of this, I guess. New documentary unearths troubling links between Victoria's Secret and Jeffrey Epstein. Cultural phenomenon that was pre-2020 Victoria's Secret with its televised lingerie catwalks and salacious TV ads. Maybe at times hard to fathom in post-Me Too world. What was once a multi-million-dollar fantasy of womanhood, exclusively svelte, athletic models in lace-trimmed thongs or diamante push-up bras, each framed by a pair of 12-foot-high angel wings, quickly became a parody so gosh, it's hard to imagine it was ever taken seriously. But Victoria's Secret Angels and Demons, a new Hulu documentary out today, explores exactly why and how it was. Directed by Matt Turner. Get the fuck out of here. The three-part series traces the rise and fall of one of the most successful retail companies in the United States and around the world, mapping out the social context and allowed the brand to thrive. Allowed the brand to thrive, and the cultural shift that brought it to its knees. Cis-X as a form of female empowerment was something that was being explored in the most popular narratives at the time. Uh, Turnar, this fucking guy's last name, fuck you, said in a phone interview, then Victoria's Secret as we once knew it got caught in the cultural earthquake and basically drowned in the tsunami. That doesn't happen too often, which I think made it worth looking at. That is funny how I guess especially as a gay man, as a little twink, this isn't something that's on my mind. Like, where do I buy some women's lingerie? It might surprise you guys. I actually wear men's underwear. I don't wear panties. I know some of you might think you guys probably like imagining that I wear panties. You probably like thinking Dark Match Steve, he gets off his stream and he walks around his house wearing panties. I'm sure you guys really enjoy thinking about that, but I don't, okay? Not that I've never worn panties before, but it's not something I do around my house to, enjoy myself. That's not how I roll, okay? But so yeah, Victoria's Secret is not something that I'm thinking about a lot, but I just assume this is like, this shows when I grew up and how things in culture are just concreted into your fucking brain. I just assumed that Victoria's Secret was still like, I don't know. I thought they were doing fine. I thought that was just like that's where women go to get some sexy panties, or I thought that was still like the standard. Manties, is that what I wear, Scott Starbird? That's what you call them when I have them on. Victoria's Secret manties. Oh. Yeah, so I'm actually surprised to hear that Victoria's Secret is really not doing well. I mean, it sucks that they got wrapped into some fucking trafficking shit. That's really bad. So what is this? The women? They're clearly not after young boys for this one. 19-year-olds, little twinks. During the late 1990s and early aughts, Victoria's Secret rode a wave of okay. I don't want to keep saying these words. Empowerment, feminism endorsed by a range of media from that show to Calvin Klein's seminal 1992 campaign, including a scantily clad Mark Wahlberg and Kate Moss. But the mega brand's eventual demise following years of controversy came to a head in 2019, shortly after Victoria's Secret Chief Marketing Officer Ed Razek told Vogue he didn't believe transsexuals belonged on the brand's runway. Oh, fuck. Man, that's risky. I mean, it's true, but it's risky to say it out loud. Sorry. Because the show is a fantasy, the explosive what? Because the show is a fantasy. What the fuck? That's a weird way to word it. I don't even know. Okay. Anyway, the explosive interview in which I was going to say transsexuals are living a fantasy. So if the show is a fantasy, then they should belong. Okay, well, let's move on. The explosive interview in which Razek also said there was no public interest in a plus-size Victoria's Secret catwalk to be called a dog walk sparked public outrage and model mutiny. I'm just kidding. But there is more to the story than a poor internal cultural and outmoded leaders. Sorry, internal culture. Jesus Christ, I have fucking, what is it, epilepsy tonight? I don't remember the word. Cultural earthquake. Okay. Angels and Demons chronicles a series of blunders that ultimately led to the company's reckoning, including Victoria's Secret foray into the junior market via its tween girl brand. Ugh, pink. Using the same hyper-cis-sexual approach that had helped build its women's brand, Victoria's Secret began including pink segments on its main show featuring 20-something models wearing erotic schoolgirl or candy-themed outfits as they walked catwalks strewn with larger-than-life lollipops and children's toys. What is the deal? What is the deal with... Why do these people... Why do people want... What's the deal with the kids stuff, huh? What the fuck? Just chill out. Why do you need little kids with bondage teddy bears and stuff to what? Like, what is the deal? Just chill out. Why do you people fucking like, what is the deal with the kids stuff? Jesus Christ. It seems so wrong when you see it with hindsight, of course. Yeah, and it would have seemed wrong if you would have just like opened your eyes when it was happening. And yet, it just sort of went right along on its merry way, didn't it? So none of this is about the Epstein shit? Okay, no, it's down here. Okay, here we go. Even teen heartthrob Bieber, who was 18 at the time and had already accrued 2 platinum-selling albums, was hired to perform on the runway, solidifying the appeal for underage viewers, of course. My sister's children were so excited, said former Pink model Dorothea Barth. What the fuck is this bitch's name? Jorgensen, who walked alongside Bieber in 2012 in the documentary. And they were 10 and 12 at the time, so I think they definitely hit the target. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're trying to get little 10 and 12-year-old kids thinking about fucking Justin Bieber. That is disgusting. The documentary includes interviews with former employees and executives, including 2 past CEOs, as well as casting directors, former Angels models who once represented the brand. Many reflected on the company having photo Instagram influence on women that propagated unrealistic body standards, as well as a rampant culture of retouching that meant even the exalted angels struggled to keep up the fantasy. Turnauer paints a picture of company-wide misogyny and that word misconduct. Former executive Charlie Sheen Ernest recalled Victoria's Secret's seemingly impenetrable wall of male leaders, including Razek and chairman and former CEO Les Wexner. Oh, here we go. Who she alleged were known to shut down any attempt at developing the brand's narrow definition of that word again, and explicitly forbade expansion into maternity or shapewear. That's funny. Okay, here we go with the Epstein stuff. So, we were just following this bombshell, unattainable single vision of how men see women, Ernest said in the documentary. Alongside the examination of Victoria's Secret as a culture-making brand, Angels and Demons also delves into the campaign's links to the late Jeffrey Epstein. The disgraced financier charged in 2019 with trafficking underage girls. According to the documentary, Epstein had been a close business partner and personal friend of Wexner and allegedly used the brand's cachet to meet young women under the false pretense of recruiting for shows and campaigns. The series includes an interview with Alicia Arden, a woman who said she believed she was interviewing for a job as Victoria's Secret catalog model in '97, but was instead assaulted by Epstein at a hotel in California. Wexner's attorney issued a statement to the filmmakers saying that Wexner confronted Epstein and was clear it was a violation of company policy for him to suggest he was in any way associated with Victoria's Secret, and Epstein was forbidden from ever doing so again. Okay, so rebirth. We don't need to read all this. Okay. All right, let's X out of that. Oh, Holyoke Joe's in here. What's up, Scott? What did I say that was funny? Was I funny? Did I say something funny? Scott, that is so funny that you say that because that's exactly what I thought. I was like, I guess Amazon is just fucking murdering companies when especially like I think when you're dealt financial blows like this. Number 1, you've got Amazon, but then on top of that, you've got the company, dealing with woke cancel culture, Me Too movement bullshit of over objectifying slash cissexual um view cissexually objectifying. Sorry, I'm reading something else. Women. Um and then on top of that, you've got the ties to Epstein. I think when you're dealt 3 blows like that as a company, all of the Epstein, all the nasty stuff, and then on top of that, Amazon sells basically the same kind of shit, but under some Chinese brand name or something. I think that's hard to compete with. It's hard to come back from all that. Holyoke Joe just took a blue chew. I streamed for 10 minutes tonight, got 91 viewers. That's cool, Holyoke Joe. Good for you. I've got 44 right now. I don't know where everybody's at, but it says 44 on my end. Holyoke Joe, do you have any idea why people like Blue Raptor and who's the other Junior Coltrane, people associated with you, why they're going to other chats for bigger, larger shows and spreading lies about my arrest record in the chats? Would you have any idea what that's about? It's just so weird. I don't know why they're both doing it. All right, let's bring up this Hasan video. Fucking our boy Sam Hyde.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hasan Piker? I'm coming to kill you!
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Hasan was feeling this is Hasan's spirit animal when he said he wanted to kill Rick Scott. He was channeling Sam Hyde. That's what it was.
Los Angeles at your house!
In the ring.
I don't want to take away
Damn
from
it.
the
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hasan Piker? I'm coming to kill you! In Los Angeles at your house!
Look at these eyes. Oh my god. Oh, look at these eyes. These are the eyes of a man that you do not mess with.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life, I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did.
Well, that's your winner, Sam Hyde!
Oh, fuck, man. That is good. Why are they associated with you? I don't know. Why are they, Holyoke Joe? You're having the worst day ever? Why? Did someone accuse you of kid touching in another person's chat? All right, lovers, I'm about to get out of here. Let me pull up, last but not least. You know I had to do it to him. God, I should just sign into my let me hold on. Jesus. I don't Jesus Christ. How do I sign? I don't know if I have this hold on. Oh, I got in. Okay. All right, let me show you guys. We got new podcast is up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull this page up. Oh yeah. All right, you guys got to go give this a click, god damn it. So that hopefully they'll still want me around. Okay, if these get shitty views, that's enough of the Dark Match Steve show on Bubba's channel, okay? That'll be it for me. We have to go get these some goddamn views. Dark Match Steve show number 2. And I already clicked on it, as you can see. I clicked on it earlier today. Let's check it out. Look at this. They didn't put a description, and I don't blame them. Oh fuck! Leave a comment. Go over here, leave a comment, tell them it's a good episode. Dark Match Steve's crazy. Guys, this episode gets crazy. This episode's all over the place, but I think it's link. How the fuck do I even get a link for this? All right, hold on. Can I just put this in the chat? Here, let me see if I can put this in the chat. Is that clickable for you guys? I just put the link in the chat, I think. If you can, hit the link in the chat that I just fucking posted. It'll take you right there. Fucking but yeah, this is the Dark Match Steve show on Bubba's Bubba Army podcast channel, episode number 2. So this one gets a little wild. I'll start it over. Let me just I'll play the very beginning for you just to get you it works? Okay, cool, awesome. Thank you for the suggestion, Scott. I appreciate it. Fucking but yeah, guys, here's episode number 2. It gets a little wild. Play. So anyway, go check. No, play the beginning.
True Work is hell bent on
Not that part.
wireless service for Mint Mobile for only $15 a month. If you like your money.
I gotta change the settings again. I have to work on the fucking settings because I know the volume is still a little bit low, but I think it's higher this time. I tried to fix it the way I knew how.
Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/Bubba. That's mintmobile.com/Bubba. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months.
Here we go, guys. Here's the intro.
Think for yourself. Question authority. Think for yourself. Question authority. Throughout human history, as our species has faced the frightening, terrorizing fact that we do not know who we are or where we're going in this ocean of chaos, it has been the authorities, the political, the religious, the educational authorities who attempted to comfort us by giving us order, rules, regulations, forming in our minds their view of reality. To think for yourself, you must question authority and learn how to put yourself in a state of vulnerable, open-mindedness, chaotic, confused vulnerability to inform yourself. Think for yourself, question authority, think for yourself, question authority.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dark Match Steve. All right. Go check it out. Please go give it a click and leave a comment if you're wherever you click at. I know on YouTube, everybody knows you can leave comments. I didn't know until recently you can leave fucking comments on Spotify. So please go leave a comment, like it, fucking whatever, click it twice from different accounts. Help me. I'm struggling. Truth is Unbreakable. Thanks for joining us. What's up? I'm about to log off here. But yeah, fucking Truth is Unbreakable. Check out the new podcast. New podcast of mine for Bubba is up. Everybody go check it out. It's not bad. So it gets crazy. I'll let you know the topics that I get into are psychedelics and simulation theory. Those are like the main topics. And I mention I talk about the new Kanye West parody song. The new one I did that got deleted from YouTube. So yeah, please go check it out. Fucking yeah, guys. Thank you so much for the support. This has been Dark Times with Dark Match Steve, brought to you by fucking Keith Yaher. Keith Yaher dropped a fucking hundo on me like a fucking animal. God damn, that gets me horny. All right. Anyway, if you want to support me financially, you guys all know you can fucking, I need you to hit the like button. Okay. You all know that and should at least be doing that and be subscribing. But as I said, when the show started, I have charges. I got arrested because I was doing butt stuff under the stall in a public bathroom, and a trans man, a F to M trans man, walked in the bathroom and was huddled like with their pelvis against the urinal peeing at the stand-up urinal, and they turned around and saw me under the stall doing butt stuff, and so they called the cops. I got charged. I need to hire an attorney, and if you want to help me pay for that, you can help me out at PayPal. I'm Darkmatch, DARKMATCH, and at Venmo, Darkmatch Steve, DARKMATCHSTEVE. I promise I'm going to get a really good attorney, and we're going to get through these charges together so that I can keep streaming. Okay? Thank you guys for the support. I'll be back on tomorrow night, of course, with some more nonsense. Should be on by 8. All right, lovers. Thank you all. I love you. I love you, okay? And don't forget, never mind. I was going to say something about having my parody songs ripped off, but anyway, guys, it's a struggle out here. Thank you for the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love ya.